Do? I already did do. Oh, I see. Yeah, the power glove, right? Yeah. This is Alpha's panel right now? Oh, I see. Hey everyone, my name is Jirard The Completionist. Welcome to the Completionist panel. How's everyone doing? Good. Let's try that again. How's everyone doing? Good. There we go. That's right. I want people to come to my panel to act like they want to murder someone. Thank you for being here.
What are you looking
Just to let you guys know, the description for this panel is like Completionist Retro Power Hour. That's from 2 years ago. So if you've been coming here, that panel already happened, and I'm sorry, but you're 2 years late. So, show of hands, who doesn't know who I am? 1, 2. All right, that's pretty good. In that case, thank you all for watching and supporting the shows across the board. I really appreciate it. I will be here all weekend long, so if you want me to sign autographs, you want me to take photos, you want me to call your wife and tell her that you're going to be late tonight, anything you want, I will do it within reason. Nothing gross or weird. So today I thought I'd do, this every time I do this specific convention, the panels get bigger. So I'm excited to see more of you guys here. We're going to do a little Q&A, but here's how it's going to work. You ask a question, and then I ask you a question. And whoever asks the best question, I will buy them a game of their choice on the floor here at the show. Within reason, within a $60 limit, I will pay. I'm not going to go buy you Earthbound for $1,200, guys. Come on. $900 Flintstones? Yeah, no. If anything, you can buy me that because I don't have that kind of money. Some ground rules for said questions. You already want to ask a question? Okay. I mean, I haven't. Sure, go ahead.
How did you beat Mario?
Which one? That's okay. I've done all of them. So, Mario 64? Yeah, I did that. I actually did it all live in a live stream one day. I was like, I'm going to complete this game, and everyone's going to watch, and I just did it. I've been playing games since I was like 3 years old, so like I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I live, eat, and sleep video games, more specifically 3D platformers and Mario games. It's just something I'm good at. I'm just like regimented in just being good. I know that sounds really weird and generic, but what's your hat say? Oh, cool. Is that where you work? Oh, cool. Sweet. Thank you for your question. So before I take any more questions, ground rules. 1, not to like make you feel bad, but if you want to ask me to complete a game, just assume I'm going to say yes. Just, will you complete this game? Yeah. Do you know why? Because I'm the completionist. So, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I get asked it all the time. It's like, never like, will you complete this game? The answer is yes. When? I don't know, but yeah. Other than that, you guys are pretty cool. So I'll answer any questions as honestly as I can. We'll laugh, we'll cry, we'll tear up. We'll make fun of Connor in the front row here, just because he is a beautiful man. So yeah, he has beautiful, beautiful hair.
But doesn't have as impressive a beard as you.
That's true. You look like Hogan. You're like trying to do a Hogan situation right now. Yeah, for a while you were doing the Hulk Hogan look. That's all I ever see you with. You want to ask me a question? Go for it, Connor. Because I've got a microphone, Connor. That's why. So yeah, if you have a question, feel free to throw your hand up, and I will let you answer it. You, sir. We stopped in the Spotify playlist because no one was actually using them. I think we got like Well, I think you have to look at the numbers, right? Like at the time we had like 200,000 subscribers and we got like, I think less than 50 people who were using the Spotify playlist each week. So the time we were using to build them just didn't really make sense.
I enjoyed it. I thought they were good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. What's your favorite game?
What is my favorite game of all time?
Yes.
It is a toss-up between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy.
You are a good man.
Final Fantasy VII defined how I look at video games and Chrono Trigger.
That's great. By the way, if you see a copy of Chrono Trigger in box, I'm looking for it. Let me know.
There's 1 or 4.
I will fight all of them. I don't know what that means, but I'll fight them. You, ma'am.
So, I'm relatively new again, so.
Totally fine.
So, when it comes to both retro and modern games, what is your favorite? And the longest you've ever taken from an arcade?
Oh my goodness. So the question was, when it comes to modern or retro, what do I prefer?
Yes.
And what's the longest I put into an RPG?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So in terms of games I prefer to do on the show, I probably prefer doing retro games just because I know a lot about them and they're a huge passion of mine. And I love throwing myself into the difficulty of those old games. Unfortunately, with YouTube trends, everyone else disagrees. So if I do a modern game, they get a lot more hits than if I do a retro game. So what I try and do is 2 or 3 games out of the month will be like, you know, it's no surprise that when Pirates of the Caribbean comes out, I'm going to be doing a video on Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Huh, that's interesting. But then it's like, yo, I just did Castlevania, what's up? You know, I'll change it up when I can. Most hours I put into an RPG. Does Skyrim count? 506 hours. It was, doesn't mean I enjoyed it, but I definitely, that's like for the show purposes, that's about as much as I put in. Breath of the Wild right now, I think I'm at 400 hours, I think. No, maybe a little less, like 350, 360. I don't really know. What's your favorite game?
The retro games, so Illusion to Gaia
Hell yeah.
and Final Fantasy IX.
Oh, Final Fantasy IX is awesome. It's great. The only Final Fantasy game that I don't like in that PS1 era is Final Fantasy VIII.
Thank you.
It's poorly translated. Like Squall is just like ... every sentence. If you want to play that game, get someone to help you translate it because it's like not. They did not do a good job with translating it. Thank you for your question. You sir in the front. Are you playing it right now? You sir in the front. Yeah.
You're a big collector of games. I'm just wondering, like, other than the Chrono Trigger that's out there right now, is there any like game that you're like highly sought after getting right now?
I'll tell you a quick story. Connor's heard this a few times. So I've been trying to find a copy of Shantae on the Game Boy Color for years now. Oh, but this is it's okay. You're gonna love this story. So I'm friends with Matt Bazon, the creator of Shantae. And so we've been friends for years, talking over Twitter, meeting at parties, and you know, WayForward used to be the company that helmed the Yacht Club guys. So Yacht Club broke away from WayForward and they made Shovel Knight. So I know those guys, and Jake Kaufman obviously did the music for Shantae. So I asked Jake, who introduced me to Matt, and Matt and I became friends. And then finally I was like, Matt, I really want a physical copy of Shantae. He goes, I don't have one, but lead developer Jimmy has one. And I go, oh, okay, so can you introduce me? And he goes, yeah. So he introduces me to Jimmy, and Jimmy goes, what do you want with these games? Like, why do you want one so badly? And I was like, well, they're kind of rare. And he goes, okay, well, let me look around. He comes back to me and he goes, hey, I found a box of them sealed in my apartment. And I don't know what they're worth, so I'm just gonna sell them on eBay and see what happens. And it was kind of like having a bomb defusal kick, because I was like, can I maybe get one? I just don't know what I'm gonna do. So instead I kind of was like, you know what, I don't want to like gyp this guy, so I'm gonna tell him the truth. And I was like, your game's worth a lot of money. And I like showed him price sheets, and he was like, oh my God, I'm getting married and moving out of the country, like I need this money. So he quietly was the one on eBay selling his own game on eBay, making money. And so fast forward to a couple weeks ago, he goes, hey, I just want to say thank you for helping me out with it, and you know, I'll sell you my last one. And I was like, cool. So I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna charge, because to give you an idea, Shantae sealed is like $5,000. And so I was like, okay, how much do you want to sell it to me for? And he goes, $200. And I'm like, okay. But there is one caveat that bummed me out, and you're gonna see it soon on the personal channel. And he said, I didn't tell you this, Connor. He said that I have to open it on camera if I'm gonna sell it at a low price. So you guys are gonna see me open a sealed game worth $5,000 and immediately devalue it right away. And everyone in the room who's a retro collector just is like, you son of a gun! But I will say, the game was signed by all the developers, and I'm happy to give my money to the people who actually made the game versus a scalper out there who's trying to capitalize off of their success. So yeah, fun little story. Yeah. What's your favorite RPG? Yeah.
That's a good question.
You want me to come back to you? I can give you time.
Does Breath of the Wild count?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a top two. I'm gonna say either Breath of the Wild
Okay.
or Final Fantasy IX.
Final Fantasy IX. This is a common theme for today's panel. I'm down with that. Cool. You, sir, in the very back.
What was the worst game you received for Christmas as a child?
Oh my goodness.
Good one.
The worst game I received when I was a child. Mario is missing. I asked my mom for a Mario game, and that holiday season, she went in my collection and was like, he has all of them. And so she brought me Mario is Missing. And let me tell you, as a kid, I was like, yo, I've never heard of Mario's Missing before. Let's go, I'm ready to do this. Popped it open and I was like, okay, who was the Emperor of France? 1567, I don't know who that was. Mom, like, what do I do?
You learn.
Google wasn't around back then.
There was no Google. There was dial-up. I was using AOL discs, getting 8 hours a week through Netscape and AOL.
Oh my God.
Sir, what is your favorite game?
Well, definitely not Mario is Missing.
That's no one's game.
Probably Batman Returns for Super Nintendo.
All right, I get that. Batman Returns for Super Nintendo. I'm down with that. You, sir, in the Pokemon shirt. Is it Pokemon? No. You. It's Link. Link. What's up?
Which of the Mother games are your favorite?
My favorite Mother series game? Mother 3. Earthbound was fun. I love the hype behind it. I love the culture behind it. It wasn't as emotional of a story as Mother 3. Mother 3 was like a tragedy, a beautiful tragedy that just got cooler as it went on. And it just set the stakes from the beginning. And I think Itoi just learned how to make a story personal. And I think that's why Mother 3 turned out so much nicer than Earthbound. And plus, like, he had years, so much time passed between Mother 3 and Earthbound that he just knew, okay, I'm gonna like make this better. And it came out great on the Game Boy Advance. What's your favorite Zelda game? Oh man, thank you. I love that game. You, sir, in the red shirt.
If it hasn't already happened already, when are you going to set up the charity stream for I Want to Be the Guy?
A charity stream for I Want to Be the Guy? I would rather just donate money to charity than stream a charity stream for I Want to Be the Guy. Oh, I'll get a speedrunner to do it. I don't want to play that game. I'm done with I Want to Be the Guy. What's your favorite hard game?
Favorite card game? You're going to have to come back to me.
No problem. No problem. You, sir, in the blue shirt right here. Yeah.
What is the most excruciating game you've ever had to complete?
Define excruciating.
The most pain in the ass game you've ever played.
Define pain in the ass game I've ever played. Physical pain, emotional pain, one that will possibly challenge my relationship with my loved ones around me. Oh man, a game that I loved playing that was fun was probably Metal Gear Solid 1, but that game is very hard to get on big boss. I was a big bad boss setting. Big boss mode. Catherine's another one. I loved that game to pieces, but playing it and completing it was really hard. Sneak King, one of the worst games I've ever played. Sonic 06 is not a game; it's a tech demo. That's a fact. Look it up.
I
Hyrule Warriors is fun. I like that game. Let's see. There was another lady I saw with her hand up earlier. I felt bad. Where did she go? You over there in the far end. Yes?
Alright, so my question is, I don't watch your videos,
That's okay. I don't watch them either. Okay.
but I hear you talk about games all the time.
I'm so sorry.
So my question is, after playing all these games, have you ever thought about creating a game, and then if you did, like, what kind of game would it be?
Oh my god, that's such a good question. Over the 217 games I've completed in the past 5.5 years, I've been wanting to do a game, but at the same time, I feel like I don't know enough about game design to accurately do it. I think the kind of game that I want to make is, I want to make a 4-player beat-em-up side-scroller that is a combination of a fighting game, collecting things, and Marvel vs. Capcom in regards to the aesthetic. So for instance, you have like 2 characters on screen, and they're walking from left to right, and they're beating up bad guys, and as they beat up the bad guys, they drop power-ups, and they build your meter, and then you just suddenly do Marvel vs. Capcom moves that just take up the whole screen and murder everyone. And it, like, as you do it though, the more you do your super moves, the more difficult the game gets, because the enemies get tougher and they get immune to it. So it really challenges you. You can like play the game lightly by never doing a super move and just beating them up, but if you decide to be cool and badass and fight these characters, then, and like get cool style points and unlock cool things, and the game learns and is like, oh, that's cool of you, but now we also do the same thing. We now are challenging you. And so it's a weird concept that I haven't really talked about yet, but I don't know if I'm qualified to say the least, especially because the beat 'em up genre has kind of come and gone. I'd love to bring it back in some big capacity. I was talking to the guy who made the AVGN video game, Freak Zone Games. I pitched him a long time ago, and he was like, guys, if you're planning to enter the cosplay contest, it's happening sometime this weekend. I can't hear him. So yeah, that's the kind of game I'd make. Now, do you play video games?
I used to when I was a small girl.
What was your favorite game when you were a kid?
I played like a Zelda game. I have
Super Nintendo?
Link to the Past.
Link to the Past.
I have it. My mom actually. My dad owns a lot of old Nintendo games. And
Yeah.
My mom one day decided she was going to have a garage sale. Sold everything.
No, Mom! Mom, no! Yeah,
So I kept it.
good.
The only thing I have from that.
Great. Never give it away. Give it to your kids or your whoever. Just keep it. Don't give it. Don't. My parents tried to get me to get rid of all my games when I was a kid, and I got rid of my entire I had to choose a console to give away. They were like, you have to give away. Choose your favorites. And so it came down to Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo. And I got rid of my Genesis because I was like, I can't get rid of my Super Nintendo. And so I lost all of my Sega Genesis games. And then I actually didn't realize I didn't have any until I started The Completionist again, just like making reviews. And so I went on to eBay and I was like, oh man, I should like buy Genesis games. And there was one dude who was like, for $100 selling 120 Genesis games in his Genesis. And I was like, I'll just do this. And then in it was like a bunch of rare Genesis games that I didn't have that are in the market. And I'm like, this worked out great. And I had my whole collection back and a lot more. A lot of Maddens. A lot of Maddens and FIFAs for the Genesis, but surprise, surprise. Thank you for your question. Let's see here. You.
If somebody gave you any game to defend, which one would you dread the most and why?
Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Not because the game is bad. The game is not bad. The game actually, mechanically for what it is an awesome game. And Grant Kirkhope did the music for it, and everything feels like a Banjo game. The problem is that it's not a 3D platformer. And people wanted a 3D platformer, and instead they got a kart racing building game that was an adventure game. And that upset a lot of people. And the conversation is going to be me being like, but it's not a Banjo game. And it's like, but it should have been a Banjo game, damn it. It's like, but it's not. But it should have been. Well then, this conversation should keep going back and forth. That said, I've been working on that one, defended for that for about 2 years, because my position changes every time I play the game. I'm like, it's not bad, it's good, it's, okay, this is not fun, maybe well, put it on the shelf, I'll talk about it later. What's your favorite game that you thought you wouldn't like, that you ended up liking?
Bravely Default.
Yeah, Bravely Default. I'm the same way. I was not sure I was going to like that, and I ended up loving it. You, sir? You can just tell me and I'll answer it. Okay, sure. You're the only one, though. Here, just come right up the front, right here. You're not, just right here.
So it's not much of a question, it's more of a challenge, which I know you're probably going to say yes to. But the game I would like to see you actually try and complete, that is if you have the butts or the balls to do it. Alright. I don't know if you ever planned on doing this game yet, but I challenge you to beat the one game that Rare has forgotten, the one game that Rare wants to forget. I challenge you to play Rare's Frankenstein's Monster. The game, Jirard, I challenge you to play is Grabbed by the Ghoulies.
I love that game. Yeah. I'm the only one that played it. I love that game. Everyone hates it. I love it.
I like that game.
Really?
Yeah, let's go. I'm ready to go.
You can do it?
I've already done it.
Where's the episode?
The episode comes out when I want it to. That's how it works, man.
Made myself look like a fool.
Yeah. I told you, I got the butts and the balls. What's up?
Oh, God.
What's up? I got both those.
I regret everything now.
Thank you for your question. What's your favorite game to hate? To hate. You're just like, this game's so bad. Or what's your how about this? What's the game that you hate the most?
Whole world?
In the whole world.
Game I hate the most.
Yes. I can check back with you if you want some time. It's a big question.
I know exactly what game it is.
All right, what is it?
The James Pond series.
James Pond? For what console?
Super Nintendo and some others.
James Pond? Is that like, oh God, I don't even want to, I already know what that is just by knowing the title. James Pond.
Along with James Pond being a lot of games.
Gotcha.
Made in my existence.
Great. I'll have to take a look at it. Thank you.
I asked you to be grabbed by the Ghost Brother game. Please don't.
I love that game. What the fuck? I love it. You, sir, in the green shirt with the glasses. I'll do both of you guys. You, then you.
Okay.
Because I realized that I described both you guys at the same time. Two dudes wearing greenish shirts with glasses. So that's on me. What's up?
All right, I'm going to ask you this question, and I'll answer it for you.
Sure.
Do you have a memory, and if so, what is the game of playing with either your mom or dad that loved playing with you and always wanted to play with you?
Which one of us is playing Breath of the Wild right now? It's okay. I heard it. I forgive you. That's the right thing to do during this panel. I appreciate it. It's kind of a sad story, but it's a memory that I'll never forget. My mom, God rest her soul, she got Alzheimer's when I was a kid. So when I was 10, she was degrading to that of a 10-year-old. And so as I was growing up, she was growing down. And so I spent a lot of my adult life taking care of her. And she passed away in the middle of one of my episodes that I was working on. And so she was the real reason why I got into video games. Because she didn't like video games. She didn't approve of me playing. But she knew that they made me happy. And so what she used to do was... she would go to the notes page in the manuals and would write letters to me that I never read. And I just was like, that's what mom does. That's so dumb. And I was going through my things like 9-10 months ago. And I found my copy of Donkey Kong Country 2. And I read that letter. And it was the last letter that she wrote in the manual before she got sick. And... it was like she left me a message from the future. It was terrifying. It was like, I hope you grow up to be a successful person, and I hope that you change the lives that are around you and the people you work with. And I was like, holy like that's insane because I did exactly that, and I get chills every time I read that letter because it's like I wish I made it up. I wish it wasn't real because it's like that's just too creepy. Yeah, that's like what she did, and I felt bad because my dad threw away all those manuals, and that was the only one I kept. So it was like something that really stuck with me, and that's why I think now I'm just like I'm telling myself that I will one day find at a garage sale somewhere in Southern California a couple of the manuals that she sold or that my dad sold, and then I can get them back. But yeah, I'd like to find one, at least one, because I used to have a lot of games when I was a kid. So hopefully I'll find one day. But yeah.
And I'll answer the same question back.
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
It's nothing like that, but
yeah.
My mom always loved. She didn't like playing games. She was a teacher.
Yeah.
All these
She's very much like video games rot your mind. Yeah.
But she started. We got the game Toe Jam and Earl, and then she could not stop playing.
Yeah.
That was some of the best memories.
That's awesome, man. Thank you for your question. That was really good. You stood next to him. I said you could ask the next question. Yeah.
Describe your sacrifice you had to go through for Buff Boys to give up other shows on your channel that you wanted to do.
So, for those of you guys who don't know, I have a personal channel, and on the personal channel I have a show called Buff Boys, and it's a chronological week-by-week show that's tracking my weight loss goals from 300 pounds to 200, and I'm trying. I'm down. As of 2 months ago to today, I've lost 30 pounds. So I got another 70 to go. Yeah. Thank you. It feels weird because I still feel 300 pounds. I still feel like that. So it doesn't help that all my shirts and clothes are really big. So I still feel like I'm just an amoeba. It's like I'm not getting better. The sacrifices have been pretty real. I've learned that I need to sleep. And that sounds so dumb, right? Because everyone sleeps. But my gaming schedule before was like, complete the games until they're done, write the scripts until they're done, edit it until they're done, episode goes out, then start over again and again and again and again. And now, I was telling this last night to someone, I was like, 7 o'clock rolls around and I'm just like, I need to go to bed. I need to sleep. I have to get up at 5 a.m. and go run or do something. And so my body's just like, you can't stay up like you used to. You can't play video games all the time like you used to. You're getting old. You're turning gray. So that's been the hardest thing is the hardest thing is just living a normal lifestyle, especially doing what I do. The food hasn't been too bad. Every now and then I'll have a cheat day or two, but like very minimal stuff. Usually like a meal, half a meal at most. For the most part, I'm pretty regimented about staying on time, eating every 3 hours, drinking tons of water, which is the hardest thing to do. But yeah, what's your hardest sacrifice? That's such a generic question. I'm sorry. Sure.
So I've been collecting games on Steam.
Okay. I am so sorry. That's got to be expensive.
It's the Steam sale, let me tell you. I've got about 30.
Praise Gaben.
I've got 30 on console Steam that I have to get through.
Yeah.
And I can't do that as fast anymore because of my children.
Gotcha. I see what you're doing. Blame it on the kids. Yeah.
It's not the kids' fault. There's adoption.
You can always trade your kids in. GameStop will take them for $10.
I just want like 50 cents.
There's so many parents here who are like, that's not funny. That's awesome. That's awesome. Let's see here. You, ma'am.
Alright, so a couple weeks ago you did a review of ukulele.
Yeah.
I love it.
Thank you.
What is your absolute least favorite part of that game?
Of ukulele?
Yeah.
My least favorite part of the game? I think I said in the review, it's the Rextro games. They're just so the same thing over and over and over again. There's no variety to them. I really wish that they spent more time on those. That and I wanted more levels. I really think that the game was not as big as it should have been. But at the same time, you can tell they ran out of time on the game, and I think that just goes to show that as a community, as a gaming community, as a gaming company, Platonics needed, or really, it's always like hindsight's 2020, right? You have all this money, and you're like, oh man, we only asked for this much, but we got this much, and now you want to make a great game, and then you get ambitious, and you want to make the game bigger and better, and then somehow you end up with Mighty Number 9, which no one knew that was a thing, but. Yeah, it's a hard situation to be in, and I think, I don't know, I love ukulele. I think that everyone who is, I don't think you should let games be depicted by a score. That's something that, like, you should never let a 2 out of 10 from Jim Sterling decide whether or not you buy a game. You should really make the decision yourself to do that. IGN gave Pokemon Ruby Alpha Sapphire 7.8 because there's too much water in the game. Like, that's not... The game is about aquatic Pokemon. Like, what do you want from that point? So it's a situation where that person maybe didn't play a Pokemon game before. So maybe don't give the non-Pokemon person a Pokemon game. Maybe give, the 3D platformer enthusiast the ukulele. And I think that's the big thing, is that different strokes for different folks. I get that, and everyone's got their complaints and their concerns. That's okay, and I'm not saying no one can have that, but as someone who is in this industry and who has influence, it's my responsibility to give my opinion. And I'm not I'd say I know I'm a reviewer. I'm not a journalist. Like, I just like games. And I think that that's the problem with journalism and in games nowadays, is that they're trying to fuse the two. They're trying to be us. They're trying to be YouTubers and Let's Players and streamers, when really they're journalists. And so they can't be both. They cannot be both. You don't see me trying to be on IGN and being a writer for them, or GameSpot or Kotaku or anything. And I don't want to be. That's not what I'm about. But I think that that's very important to know, that you have to make your own distinctions. And I always say, like, games look bad, but you know what? Like, what you may not like is something that someone else will love. And unless it's a game like Sneak King or like Pepsi Man, like, I doubt that you're not going to like the games that they're coming out with. Like, Mass Effect's fun, Mario's fun, Zelda's fun. The biggest thing that pisses me off is someone's like, on Twitter, is it me or does Mario 2 suck? And it's like, no, Mario 2 is fun. It's just not your favorite Mario game. Or is it me or does Sonic 3 and Knuckles suck? And it's like, no, objectively, it's a fun game that everyone loves, but it's their opinion, and you kind of have to respect it because they're going to think that way. What's a game that you like that most of your friends hate? Shaq Fu? I mean, I get it. It's fun for a few minutes. Want me to come back to you?
Yeah.
I got you. You right here.
Hi.
Hi.
If you could live inside of a video game,
Seriously?
It just depends on so many things. Are the characters annoying? Can I hear them? Like, do they actually have vocals?
Skyrim.
Is it actually polygon based if I'm inside of it? Are we sprites? I would probably say, probably like the Mario world. Everyone's just so happy. And when Bowser shows up, everyone's not even that mad. He's like, wow, I stole the princess. And Mario's like, oh no, I kill you now. And Luigi's like, oh yeah. It's like, cool. Wario shows up, wow, like, great. Like, that's, none of you are threatening. This is just fun. And then, like, months later, everyone's like, let's go play golf. And you're like, all right. And then, that was fun. Let's go play go-karts. Like, sweet, this is a great crew. Every now and then, Sonic shows up. Olympics, yeah! Like, that's where I want to be. And they have parties once a year. It's a great place to be. What university do you want to live in?
I think it'd be fun to live in Tomba.
Tomba! Look, I love hate that game. I love it's pretty and it's fun, but to complete it is like, ah. Thank you for your question. You have been holding your hand over your head the whole time. Yeah, you. Yeah. Have you ever liked school? I love school. I loved going to school. School is what made me who I am today. Without school, I probably wouldn't have gotten into gaming. And that sounds really weird, but I loved school. I loved high school specifically because I got to learn so many things about myself and my interests. I got to act and sing and write and perform and dance and make movies, and that's kind of where I learned to do that. And I know like starting out when you're young, it's like school is kind of sucky because you have to do homework and tests and stuff, but I swear in the end it'll be worth it. Do you like school? Math is hard. I'm awful at math. You probably know how to do math better than I do. Thank you for your question. Let's see here. You. I have played Glover. Thank you for your question. No, Glover's not as bad as everyone says it is. I think it's fun. I think it's just mechanically constricted. I think they designed it to be one thing and just something went wrong in development. I think it's a fun concept. I like the character. I like the mascot. I'm trying to get the Grumps to give me one of their extra copies because I don't have it, and I know they just keep getting them. But do you like Glover? Glover's cool. What else do you like? Halo's cool. Sweet. Halo's tight. I like Halo. Thank you for your question. You sir, right here in the jacket.
Back to Sneaking the Pepsi Man.
Yes. My favorite games ever.
Okay, so your favorite and least favorite food license games.
Favorite and least favorite food license games. My favorite's Pepsi Man. I think that episode of The Completionist is like my favorite, probably to this day, just because it's just so, we just went so overboard with all the acting. It's so hot, I wish I had a Pepsi. Pepsi Man! It's like so funny. My least favorite is definitely Sneaking. Game is just oh, trust me, I know all about the other ones. They're probably worse, actually, but at least it was fun. What's your favorite food? Chinese food? I didn't want to ask you a food-based game because that's such an obscure thing to ask. Food's so much easier. You have your favorite food-based game? What is it? Chex Quest. It's a good one. Chex Quest 2 is a lot of fun.
Oh, you mean the Doom clone?
Yo, Doom clones are tight. I like Doom clones.
It's probably the highest value game I've ever gotten just because it was free.
Yeah, free games are great. I love free games. As long as they don't put that like, you need to put $1 to keep playing. Free games, I'm down with free games. They're good. Thank you. You. Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of game? Like, do you like 3D platformers or like RPGs? And what's your least favorite?
Ooh, my least favorite are probably sports games. I really don't. I'm not a sports guy, so it's like Madden 2019. It's like great. It's the same as Madden 18. It's the same as Madden 17 and 16 and 15. And they update the rosters, add mechanics, add a coach mode, maybe like a mode where they like play flag football. I don't know. It's just not for me. Any of those sports games, I just don't get it. But I understand the people behind them to those who do play it. I think my favorite type of game, I have two: 3D platformers and RPGs. You could put me on an island with just Final Fantasy 3 and Super Mario World, and I'd be like, I'm fine. I will be okay on this island with nothing else but these two games. So yeah, what are your favorite kind of games?
I kind of like life sim games, like Animal Crossing and kind of games like that.
Yeah.
But like my least favorite is probably like, except for Breath of the Wild, I'm not really a big fan of open world games because I'm not really sure what's.
Yo, open world games stress me out. Not because they're too big, but it's like, hey gamer, do whatever you want. You can swing your sword. And you're like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go do that for the next 7,000 hours of my life. There's no story, but hey, I'm killing things, so that's fun. I agree with you.
And they're favorite of us to complete.
Yes. Popsicle Man.
All right. So, what is your favorite game that is better because of its flaws? Like technical flaws that make the game better, if you have.
Technical flaws that make the game better because they exist. That's such a tough question.
Sorry.
Oh, Sonic 06 is not a game, it's a tech demo.
Sonic Lost Worlds? Do you need an example?
Sonic Boom is a tech demo, not a game.
Do you need an example?
What's that?
You need an example?
Do I need an example? Yeah.
Okay.
Wild Arms.
I would argue that Kirby Air Ride, because the game is really hard to control. None of the actual rides that you can have, they're all really poorly balanced.
Sure.
It's like all the levels are hard to do.
Yeah.
But the city trial is really, really fun.
Yeah, like the open world kind of like Diddy Kong Racing aspect of it, right?
Right, but that's not really all that well put together either.
Yeah.
It's just fun to mess around in.
Yeah.
So like, and honestly, I think that makes it a little better because you don't have to focus so much on bothering with the.
I think I know what you're saying now, and I'm gonna say this, and everyone's gonna be like, "How could you?" Sonic Unleashed.
Ooh,
I love playing as the werehog. Everyone hates the werehog. I love the werehog. I love combat. I love beating dudes up, and Sonic is fun when he's like, "Rawr." I like the game a lot, and everyone hates it.
He had a strip throw when he did the werehog lines, right?
What's up?
He had strip throw when he did the werehog lines.
I didn't even notice. And you know what? Great. It helped. See? Prime example. What's your favorite of those games? Or Kirby's Air Ride. I already answered the question. What's your favorite game that sucks?
Oh.
Give him a minute.
Come back to me.
Sure. Did anyone else ask questions? Yeah, you have your response?
Fantasy Life.
That's a game that you love, everyone hates?
Yes.
Sick. I get that.
You never asked me a question.
Oh, what was your question that you asked me?
I asked you what was the most excruciating game you ever had to play.
Okay. What is the hardest game that you had to play that you liked? You liked it because it was hard.
Come back to me on that one.
Great. I'll come back to you on that one.
You asked me a similar question, I got a response.
Yes, go.
Hard game that I had a hard time playing as a kid. I think I got it right before Link to the Past came out. Lagoon for the SNES.
Okay.
It rips off a lot.
I have that in box for some dumb reason.
Yeah, it rips off a lot of mechanics from these. You barely ever get any chance to recover. You have no range on hitting anything. And the game has no credits.
That's unfortunate.
Good challenge. Beat it when I was 13, 9 years later.
I know mine.
Congrats. Wait, I heard I know mine. Oh yeah, go. We're just playing catch up, guys.
Sorry. Mickey Mania for the Super Nintendo.
I love that game.
It's a great game.
Yeah.
But the hit detection is awful.
It's true.
Good luck on the hitting things. And it's hard.
You've been standing up, holding your hand up this whole time. What's your question?
My question is, what was your favorite game to complete?
My favorite game to complete. Oh man. Just give me a second. I need to think about the 217 games I've completed. Just let me. I would say my favorite one this year so far has been Ukulele. That's been super fun to complete. Since the beginning of the show, almost every game that I did in that first season. So like Secret of Mana or Mana, Donkey Kong Country, Mega Man X, Mario RPG. Sonic Adventure, Kingdom Hearts, like those are I like the big quest games because you feel really good about beating them and they feel like a lot of fun. What's yours?
My favorite game to complete is Secret of Mana.
Yeah! Yeah! Are you his father?
Yeah.
You were the best father that ever existed. Thank you. Let's see. You, sir, in the Nintendo. You guys are both wearing Nintendo stuff. You in the Nintendo shirt, and then you in the Nintendo hat. Yeah, so you in the back, then him.
What's your favorite high school experience? What you did in high school that was funny?
My favorite thing to do in high school?
What funny thing happened in high school that you missed out?
Everything that happened. Mess around. Oh, man. I don't really know. I honestly. it's funny because I'm not really friends with anyone from high school anymore. I was that kid in high school who was like, you're all my best friends, and I love you all so much. Have a good summer, like every single time. And then summer came and no one hung out with me, and I didn't see those friends. And it's okay because now they ask me for a job every week, so, you know. It's okay. I'm like, how good of friends were we, Bob? No, I think my favorite thing to do with my friends was we had block scheduling. So what that meant is we would have 3 classes a day and they'd alternate. So like kind of like college. And so I made sure to have my my 3rd and 6th class, or the 3rd class of the day, free. So I only went to school from like 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. to like noon. And then we went to the beach and just like had barbecues and had a good time. Yeah, what about you? What's your favorite thing to do? Are you in high school? What's your favorite thing to do in high school?
I like to study with,
Yeah, studying. Studying's great. I love studying.
all studying.
Yeah, study. No video games at all.
Last year I had art. It was like 2 hours like block scheduling.
Uh-huh.
And we just like art studies, you know, there's only 5 people there. We just like play video games.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man.
Study.
And you, sir? Yes. Sure. I need to rewatch it. Okay. I'm going to be honest, I haven't seen The Wizard since I was a kid, so I don't really remember much except for the Power Glove segments. That's like really all I remember. That like made me go buy a Power Glove. But at that point, they were all I'd never got one. I ended up getting one eventually, but so I don't really know. Star Trek versus Star Wars.
Boba Fett.
I'm definitely going to say Star Wars, but I honestly think we live in a world where you can like both. Star Wars just is so much easier to get into if you don't know what's going on. And if you want the expanded stuff to like all connect, you can easily do that. That's why I love the movies, because the movies just, they are what they are, and you don't need to spend hours and hours of studying and dissecting to know what's going on. It's just, this is good. So yeah. Yeah.
I know I'm probably in the minority here, but I really thought that Rogue One was okay unnecessary. What did you think of it?
About Rogue One? I thought it was fine. I thought it was an okay film. I thought that overall, it was, I don't know. I don't want to say nostalgia bait, but it just definitely was like, hey, have you seen episode 4? We got you. Like the whole movie was that, and that's not a bad thing. I'm probably one of the few people out there that saw episode 7, and I was like, oh, they just remade episode 4 again. And I know that's important to kind of bring people back into the Star Wars universe, especially because it's the first movie since episode 3. And that's okay. People like it, and I totally get it. It's just, I just thought that, I thought we were past that point of trying to get new Star Wars fans, because I feel like everyone who's already a Star Wars fan is already a Star Wars fan. That's why Disney bought it, so. It was okay. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it was okay. At least everyone, but the important thing though, and this is what I understand, is that both those movies literally are getting people to remember Star Wars in a new way. And that to me is the most important thing. So.
The prequel trilogy basically drove everybody away from it.
I like it. I thought it was weird to young kids. I love it.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. What's your favorite retro game? Yeah. Absolute favorite. Like the most retro you get. Arcade, Atari. All right, top 3, go. Yep. Cool. Great. Great. Thank you. You, sir.
So, I've seen all of your God of War movies.
Yeah.
Every time I watch, I have to ask at some point, ask you now.
Okay.
Why do you like Kratos so much?
Tragic hero. Very, very tragic hero. Tragic heroes resonate with me very well because there's just an essence of, I mean, it's like kind of like Greek mythology is, right? Like every story from that era is just an incredibly tragic story. The thing about Kratos that like makes him so unique and different is that he doesn't care about what's happening around him because he's focused on his super objective as a person. He's just like, I just want to get to this point so I can get my redemption. And at the end of God of War 3, he's like, there is no redemption. He like has that moment of like, this is how it is. I will just take everything down to the ground. Which is why I'm incredibly excited for the new God of War, because like he's now a dad. Like Kratos has purpose for the first time since he like became a god hunter. You know what I mean? And so that's super exciting to me, is that now we've seen Kratos presumably 10 years since God of War 3 or something like that, and now he's like, I have a son, and my son is a weakling, and I must help him to provide, and things like that. It's going back to like, but now we're gonna have like Norse gods and stuff, and that's gonna be super exciting. I'm down for him to like fight Odin, like let's go. But that's why, because he's a tragic hero, and I love tragic heroes. It's just something I really like. They're very relatable, if you will, kind of.
How long do you think the game's gonna last, though?
Yo, I'm not talking. Let the game come out first. I don't want to get there. What's your favorite franchise? Tekken. Yes, I love Tekken. Thank you for your question. Is everyone still awake? Are we still good? Everyone's got energy? You're still here? I know there's a lot of like, I'm so tired. I get it. I totally get it. You and the Doctor Who, is it Doctor Who? Yeah, Doctor Who jacket.
What's the most rewarding thing you've gotten from completing a game?
This may be biased, but my face is an achievement, so that's really cool. If you play Tiny Brains and you complete the game, my face shows up. It's a PS4 game. If you complete it, my face is like, it says like, pew, and it's an angry photo of me being like, it's like completionist level achieved. Like that's just a personal thing. Anytime you play a game where it's like, hey, thanks for playing the game. Here's all the coolest things you now have access to. Go have fun. I love that stuff. Personally, I wish that there was achievements for like playing the game on the hardest setting, but they just gave you a bunch of codes. Because nothing feels like, to me, I don't know if you guys listen to like the That One Video Gamer Galaxy podcast that I host, but I talked about how like I want a game where you start out as like a weakling, but like as you become more powerful, like everyone around you just like is scared of you, and you just become awesome. And there's something gratifying about like becoming more powerful in games. And I really wish games did that, and games like God of War do that. But yeah, I don't know if I answered your question. I'm sorry. What's your favorite game of all time? Yeah, Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. I'm down with that. That's cool. You, sir, in the Xbox hat.
Do you play MMOs, and if so, have you ever considered trying to make one that's done, that's not going to have more expansions?
That's their secret. They never end. They're like, hey, you've been gone for 6 months? Here's a new awesome expansion pack that's going to keep you for 1 month. You should do it. I played WoW for about 2 years. Got tired of it instantly. And then I saw so many RPG MMOs come out and just was like super off-put by them. And it wasn't until I saw a therapist who was helping me get through some tough times who was like, what games do you hate, Jirard? And I was like, I hate MMOs. And he was like, you should try playing one. And I'm like, okay. And so I started playing Final Fantasy XIV online, and I like fell in love with that. I played it consistently for about a year, and then I realized that like I couldn't play it anymore just because I have too much going on. And so there's like a YouTuber guild that exists that like I am like a ranking officer in, and everyone's always like, yeah, what happened to that guy? Is he okay? I didn't even watch my stuff. They're like, I don't know, he hasn't logged on in like 7 months. I hope he's okay. But they just didn't look on YouTube. Do you play an MMO?
14 also.
So is it your favorite?
Yeah.
It's so fun. It's so fun. I love it. I love it a lot. You, sir. My biggest sacrifice for the completionist that I regret, is it bad if I say the completionist itself? It sounds awful, but my I know, right? Got myself burned. No, it's because I created a lifestyle that's really bad for anyone. No one should do what I did. I quit my job thinking that I was going to be the next YouTube sensation, and I was so wrong. It took so long to get where I am today, and I'm very grateful for that journey, but my schedule for the longest time was Friday pick a game, and I complete it nonstop until Sunday night, and then Monday I'm writing a script, Monday and Tuesday I'm doing voiceovers, and then Tuesday through Friday I'm editing, and I'd stay up, 20-hour days every day doing it, and I did it for 3.5 years, and that's when my health got so bad, and I started getting panic attacks, and I put on 120 pounds, and just like, I became really unhealthy and really unhappy. And I know that sounds really sad because it's like, well, the completionist has brought happiness to so many people, and that's why I do it, because it makes people happy. But at the same time, I'm sacrificing my personal life for that. And so now that I've reached a point in my success where the money's coming in and I can afford my bills and stuff and not worry about whether or not I'm going to fire someone today, I'm able to kind of look at it and go, okay, like now I can delegate. Now I'm not editing as much. Now I can hire writers to help me do research. I still play the games, but I have help to get me where I am, so I'm not doing that anymore. But that's the biggest sacrifice I've made. I've missed funerals, I've missed birthdays. I've had girlfriends break up with me because I just didn't give them enough time. And a lot of them were like, well, it's you or me, and I'm like, or it's completionist or me, and I'm like, I'm gonna go with the completionist because it's my future. I was engaged to someone. I was about to be engaged to someone, and the day that I proposed was the day she broke up with me. And I learned though that in that moment I realized, oh, it's because I chose the completionist over her, and that's why it turned out that way. But I don't regret it because, when I got with my current girlfriend, I've been with her for 3 or 4 years, I told her, look, this is my lifestyle, this is what I do. I put this on the line 100% of the time, and if you're okay with that, then we can work this out. And if not, I'm so sorry. And she was like, at first, like, yeah, I can do it. And then over the course, it's been like, so hey, we have a relationship. When you want to be a part of it, let me know. But I've gotten better at that. I'm more present in her life now. She lives in America. She was from Canada, so now we're starting to normalize that. But I guess what I'm saying is my biggest sacrifice has been my personal life. And now that I'm getting better at making YouTube videos and having a company run itself, I can start to do things like exercise and eat better and go on dates and see friends and stuff like that. Yeah. Thank you. It's such a pleasant clap. Even Andres goes, yeah, I'll clap for that. What sacrifice have you made for your gaming lifestyle? That sounds so bad. Exact same thing? Great, I'll leave it at that. I don't want you to feel like you're put on the spot. You sir in the front. Chow garden? I love chows. Chows are the best. I got all S chows for days. Mine looks like chaos. What's up? I used to be the #1 ranking leader on Sonic Online on the Dreamcast. I had the ultimate rare black chow that no one had, and it had the best stats. I was the leaderboard man.
Is that a thing?
It was a thing. That's how old I am. Next question. What's your favorite obscure game thing that you like the Chow Garden? I can come back to you. All right. You man in the back with the headband. Yeah.
What was one of the most emotional games you have played? What was a game where you felt really connected to the characters and the story, and it just touched you in a way that other games had?
Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII. That, and in recent months, Final Fantasy 15. I mean, if you guys play the game, I was bawling all the way through the last chapter. And I had put like 175 hours into the game before I got to the end. So like I really was like, when I make that video, you'll see a vlog. I made a vlog because I like needed to like, I was by myself. This is literally what happened. It was New Year's Eve. I had no friends to hang out with, and I was playing Final Fantasy 15 by myself. And it was like at midnight, and I just beat the game, and I'm on the phone with my girlfriend, like, and it's pretty good. Like, I just wasn't making words. And she was laughing the whole time at me, but she's like, it's just a game. Like, it's not just a game, it's an experience. It was so good. It got me. I will say that game is incredibly flawed, though, but I love it for its flaws. What about a game for you that made you feel emotional?
One of the most recent ones I can think of is Life is Strange.
Life is Strange is incredible. Yeah. That's good. That's a good one. You in the sweater up front.
Has there ever been a game where, in order to complete it, you had to choose whether it's because there's morality system or the strength you had to make a choice that you
Yeah, I mean, I feel like games that do that, I get mad at them in general because it's like, why are you making me do this? I don't want to have to replay the whole game again to make this one stupid choice. Guys, there's a panel happening in panel room B right after this. If you want to go check that out, just right in the front door. Yeah, I don't know. The most recent one I can think of that really made me mad was Resident Evil 7. Because it was kind of like your choice doesn't matter. It's like, oh, that kind of sucks. I hate that. If you're going to make a choice, really make a choice. Don't half commit to it. What about you?
Dishonored. I did the kill crazy path and I saw the ending and I just hate myself.
Yeah, that's how they get you, man. That's how they want you to do it. Let's see here. You, sir. Yeah. Right now, currently, is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Woo! It's Marvel time. When's Marvel? May 2nd, May 3rd. Whenever Guardians of the Galaxy comes out, that's when Marvel's happening. Ultimate Marvel. What about you? Third Strike. I have a Third Strike cabinet in my office. It's awesome. It's great. I love it. You, man. Yeah.
So since you do gaming for your work, do you ever need a break from it? So if you have other hobbies that you like to unwind with?
Movies. I will watch movies and TV shows till the end of time and be totally content. Mostly new stuff that comes out. I'm always at the midnight launches of every movie that comes out. I'm always there, just like, yo, this movie's coming out? Great, I'm there. Admittedly, I missed Power Rangers, which I wish I didn't miss. I wish I got a chance to see it, but I heard good things about it. I really want to see that. Yeah, movies. I mean, I majored in theater and film and film analysis and producing, so it's a big passion of mine that I don't really get to explore a lot in the YouTube space. That's why doing Final Fantasy 7 month was so fun to me, because I got to really dig into my roots as a film analyst and apply that to gaming. And that's why I want to do more videos like that. But you know, I don't know if everyone wants to see that. Well, thank you. That's why like the personal channels, like my incubation stuff, I'm kind of using the personal channel to like make shows that are actual shows and see what people think, and if they do well, then move them over to TOVG, and how I go forward with doing that is kind of up in the air. What about you? What are some hobbies that you have that aren't gaming? Yeah. I know, right?
I don't know if this counts. It's not video gaming, but like tabletop gaming, TV.
It counts for me. Yeah, D&D, tabletop gaming, I'm all about that. That's awesome. Cool. You, sir. Yeah.
What's your opinion on spoilers?
Spoilers?
Yeah, because considering that you're the completionist, you
Yeah.
have to spoil yourself on the terms in order to complete it. So, what's your opinion on that?
I feel like there needs to be like an approved time period of time to consume the media. If the media is about 18 months old, then like, yes, spoilers suck and you shouldn't do that. But if you're past that threshold where there's a game that's been out for 20 years and you haven't gotten a chance to play it yet, that's kind of on you at that point, because the game's been out for a long time, and whether you have time or not is kind of like your priority, right? You know, like if someone comes in and is like ruins the end of Star Wars, that sucks because Star Wars just came out in the past 2 years. But if someone's like, yo man, Vader though, am I right? Then it's like, come on, like you've had plenty of time to know about Vader, and I think like that's kind of like a preference thing at that point. I personally feel that if it's been out long enough, you should not need to worry about spoilers. What was one thing that someone spoiled for you? Don't spoil it, but like you hate them because they spoiled it.
Honestly, I spoiled everything for myself. I prefer to experience it, and I want to know what's happening, and I want to know it ahead of time before I can actually do it. Because I have to conclusion for myself.
That's actually why Crisis Core is one of my favorite games of all time, because you know the ending if you've played Final Fantasy VII, and it's so anticlimactic in Final Fantasy VII, but when you see it on the PSP for Crisis Core, you're just like, this is so much more epic and grandiose. Yeah, I was crying the whole time. I still cry when I think about that game. It's so good. Yeah, thank you. Let's see here. You, sir, on the far end.
Any horror stories about like save file being deleted or something?
Once a week. It's called The Completionist. It's not a horror story. It's a horror lifestyle. I have to replace so many consoles and games a month. It is so crappy. I hate it. We call it the TOVG curse because something always breaks. And we're so stuck in the mindset of buying something new every time. Is this panel over or am I still good? Oh, panel's over in like, I guess, 2 or 3 minutes, huh? Who's coming in next? Hey, but Eric? At 2:30? Oh, okay, so I got a few more minutes. I'm okay. It's okay, guys. Go do your thing. If you want to go other panels, go for it. I'm here. Don't worry about it. And then everyone left. It's okay. I get it. Joe, do your thing. I'll be here. I'm going nowhere. You, sir.
Have you ever sustained a physical injury recording an episode?
Sustained an injury while recording an episode?
Yeah.
In the Pokemon Red, Yellow, Blue episode, I cut myself with a katana.
What?
Well, because in that episode, it's like, you know, you had Alex, Craig, and I like in different atmospheres. Like Alex was locked away in the basement, and Greg was like just lounging around in the pool, and like I was like fighting in a jungle, and I had a katana, and I was like swinging it, and I think during one of the takes, I like swung it this way, and I nicked my arm, and yeah. There was one more of those that happened. I forget which episode it was. I'm pretty safe though. I haven't like broken a bone or anything, so.
Good.
What about you? Have you broken a bone in your body?
Pinky. I think the worst injury though, I've rolled my knee out of joint like 3 times.
Ooh.
Yeah, one time I didn't snap it back into place.
Ooh. You, sir. Favorite like portable console to play with? Oh man, that's so hard. I really don't know. I feel like we're lucky in this day and age just to have everything at our fingertips. I feel like from a comfortability standpoint, my favorite thing to hold is the PS4 controller. So I'll always be playing like the PS4 games with my PS TV or PS4. But yeah, I don't know. What's your favorite portable console? She said all of them.
I was probably going to go like the Advance, mainly because Advance Wars.
Yeah. Advance Wars is great. I think my favorite console in the past 10 years is the Wii U. I'm the only one, but there's some great games on that console that everyone's like, Nintendo doesn't have any. I just want to, just some numbers, just in case everyone's like, Nintendo doesn't have any games for the Wii U. There were 38 first-party titles on the Wii U. Do you know how many first-party titles came out on the PS4 and Xbox One in that time? Like 10. And 8 of them were on the PS4. Xbox had Halo and Rise, and maybe Sunset Overdrive and Gears of War. Killer Instinct, I barely count because it's like technically yes, but like that's an exclusive. That's like saying Street Fighter 5. Yeah. Sorry, I get real passionate about the Wii U. I love it. You, sir. Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, have you got to play the 1.5?
Yeah, I played 2.5 for the episode on Birth by Sleep last year. I'm working right now on the PS4 port of 1.5, specifically for, is it Chain of Memories, the card game one? That one's not, I don't really like that one so far. I'm just not, that's where I'm just like, I have to go with Pro Jared's thing. What is Kingdom Hearts? That's my point. That's my point. There's 9 Kingdom Hearts games and no one can tell me what Kingdom Hearts is. And there's no third one after 10. Look, I love those games. I love the characters. I love the worlds. No one knows what Kingdom Hearts is. No one.
Are you talking about the game itself or the actual object?
The actual thing. What were you saying?
They actually came, well, 1.5 for 2.5 is 4. They came out with Kingdom Hearts 4 and 4.
I will give you that math joke. What did you ask me? Yeah.
If you had gotten to play like 1.5 or 2.5, the Final Mix version.
What's your favorite collection of games, like Master Collection?
Probably the 1.5, 2.5.
Yeah? The PS4?
Well, I haven't gotten the PS4 version, but I have both of the ones.
Yo, the PS4 is in 60 FPS. It looks tight. You, sir, in the blue shirt and glasses at the very back.
What's the one game that you really like to play, but you never want to complete?
I don't know. That's such a hard question. I honestly don't genuinely know. I would say that one game that I've been trying to complete since like year 1 is Mischief Makers. I can't do the S rank. You need to be a speedrunner. You need to be a legitimate speedrunner to 100% that game. I've done maybe the first 6 levels in S rank and I can't do it. Because the N64 controller is not optimized for that kind of treatment. To be like just doesn't work that way. That's probably one I would say. What about you? What's a game that you...
I'm working on completing The Witcher 3.
Yes!
But it's just so much.
It's a big game.
It's so much.
It's a big game.
It tired me out. I couldn't play for like the past 2 days.
That's awesome. Father, what's up?
Is there any game you decided you were going to complete? You figured it was going to be a lot of fun. Then you get into it a little ways and you really start regretting it.
What is Kingdom Hearts? That's gonna be on my mind all day today. Cause seriously, sitting there drinking a beer, like, what is Kingdom Hearts? I would say there's a couple games like that where I was like, this looks like a lot of fun. And I got to brass tacks and was like, I really shouldn't have done this game. Any Pokemon game, because I love those games, I love playing them, but I get to the completionist stuff and it's like, oh, there's a battle tower here. Oh, there's like a side quest here that's gonna farm 100 hours out of me. Like all these crazy things that are like too much. Yeah, I would say probably Pokemon. What about you?
I would say Star Ocean 3.
Star Ocean 3?
More for the story than for the gameplay.
Sure. So technically my panel's over, but if no one's gonna stop me, I'm just gonna keep going.
Woo, keep going.
Right? Everyone cool with that?
Yeah.
Cool. You have a question, Warren? When's lunch? Probably after this. Probably should eat something after this. Not Arby's. What's my favorite Arby's? Like favorite location of Arby's? Or like my specific Arby's location is the one in Redondo Beach on the corner of Hermosa and 6th. That's my favorite Arby's location. In-N-Out. Come on, I'm from California. I love In-N-Out. Warren, what's your favorite Arby's? You almost died going to an Arby's? Doesn't everyone almost die when they go to Arby's? Oh, after Arby's. So you eat the food, then you die. I get it. Connor, you're the worst. You, sir. Forgotten franchise I wish would come back soon. Oh my goodness. Air guys. I want to see some Square Enix fighting games. I want their Smash Bros. And you can say Dissidia. That's not the same thing. I'm talking like, let's get some battles going. Let's see some Square Enix characters fight. We'll throw some Nier characters in there, or the dude with the moon face. Let's go. I'm ready. What about you? Metroid. That's a good one. That's a good one. You, sir, with the red. Yes, Breath of the Wild poster.
Alright. If you were to speedrun a video game, what would you speedrun?
Super Mario World. Because I'm actually good at that. I actually tried speedrunning for about 3 months of that game, and I just couldn't do the glitches that required me to do it. Either that or Link to the Past. I would legit do a 100% Link to the Past run if I could. Yeah. What's your favorite game?
Probably Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts?
Because I speedrun that.
Question for you. What is Kingdom Hearts? You can't say it's light. That's like saying, like, what is God? A cross. Like, that just doesn't work. It's a door? To me, ask me what Kingdom Hearts is. Ask me what it is. Kingdom Hearts is a planet. That's what I've learned, because every time I go see Kingdom Hearts, it's literally above me. It's like, well, that looks pretty cool. I wish I could go there. A door would be right in front of me. But Kingdom Hearts is up in the sky that I can't reach. It's hidden behind a door? A planet that has a door hidden behind it?
You want to know what the real lore is? Is that Square Enix has apparently said that there's 2 Kingdom Hearts.
Light and dark?
No, there's like 2 different ones.
So there's Kingdom Hearts in the first game, Kingdom Hearts in the second game. Is there a third one?
Apparently the Kingdom Hearts that's in the first game is the real one, but the one that's in the second game is an artificial one.
Oh, because they're trying to rebuild it with no bodies. That makes sense. Guys, no one knows what Kingdom Hearts is still. You have a question, sir? What's your question, Connor? Connor, go ahead. What's your question? Yeah.
If you were looking for a reliable automobile, what would you go with?
The Subaru Forester. That's your car. That's the car you drive. We drove in that. Guys, there is a license plate number 672. You, sir, in the leather jacket and the red headband.
For any inspiration for any completionist who wants to become you, what would be like your main recommendation for the starting point?
To become me? You want to become me?
Grow a beard. What would you recommend their starting point?
Don't. Run away. Run. If you want to become famous, I'm going to borrow this from my friend Andre in the front. Rob a bank. Don't do YouTube. If you want to be even more famous, live stream yourself robbing a bank, because I'm sure that's the new thing. It's going to be something else. Twitch.tv/anywhere. Hey guys, I'm here at Bank of America, and I'm about to rob everyone down. The sad thing is that someone's going to do that now. I'm going to be blamed. YouTuber Jared Cahill just told thousands of people online, his audience of 7.9 billion subscribers, to rob a bank and live stream it. Yeah, the numbers went up because they're counting everyone that I know in my circle of friends. And like, oh, yeah. Absolutely, yeah. I'm from one Wall Street Journal article away from being the guy who told you to rob a bank. You, sir, in the Zelda shirt.
What game from when you were younger that you were hyped to get and play that ended up being pretty crappy?
Mario's missing. I would say, oh man, I'm trying to think. There's a lot of N64 games that I bought where I was like, why did I do this? The N64 may be my least favorite Nintendo console, I think, just because there's probably only less than 10 or 15 first-party titles I actually enjoyed on it. The rest are just like, okay, maybe. I'm trying to think of one that really was like, I think I'm done buying these games. It wasn't Glover. I want to say it was like Gex, the Gecko, for the N64. The Gex. Did you say? Did you swear at me? Anyways, what's your least favorite game?
I was gonna say there's a Mission Impossible outside on the TV.
Mission Impossible, the game?
Yeah, when I was younger, my brother and I reserved it at Electronic Foods, and they kept getting delayed. I remember we're like,
What up, Chief? Love you.
we were like, oh, we can't wait to play, we can't wait to play. Now it's like pretty much a joke. I sent a picture to my brother.
I mean, it is a joke regardless of the context, so yeah. Thank you. You sir in the very back with the glasses.
What's your favorite soundtrack? Like in a game.
I feel like I should probably just go to Completionist Top 10 Soundtracks real quick on YouTube and just see, because I don't remember. Scott Pilgrim, I think, is the one. I love Scott Pilgrim. That game is incredible. Amaguchi is the best. That game does not get enough love. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the video game. Best OST of all time. Really love it. That's the one. Thank you for telling me. What's your favorite soundtrack?
2016.
Doom 2016? That's pretty metal. It's pretty good. Yeah. Let's see. War, you want to ask another question?
No, I got the answer.
Oh, you got your answer. Go for it.
I was gonna say your question was what's the hardest game I like to play?
Sure.
That one would be it would actually be MechWarrior on the hardest difficulty. MechWarrior 4.
That's pretty tough. I haven't done that yet, so.
I was gonna say, would you do MechWarrior 4?
Yes. One day. You sir in the front.
I dare you to.
I dare you to.
I'll do it.
Great. I already did it.
Really?
No. Go ahead. Favorite Mega Man X game is Mega Man X, I think. It goes back and forth, either Mega Man X or Mega Man X4. I really love both those games. I really love playing as Zero. He's so much fun. And his campaign actually has a story, whereas X is just like, Zero, I think we should stop Sigma. Whereas Zero's like, I think we're gonna stop Sigma. What are we fighting for? Yeah, Iris. That's true, but to be fair, the story of Mega Man games are like, Mega Man stops everyone. That's like the game. Yeah. What's your favorite Mega Man game?
Mega Man X2 and Mega Man 03.
Ooh, okay.
X2, since it was the first Mega Man game I ever played.
Cool. Do you have it still to this day? Physical copy?
Yeah.
It's rare. Take care of it. Take care of it.
I'll take it to my grave.
There you go. That's some serious stuff right there. You sir in the Half-Life shirt. Fondest gaming memory. I won a Donkey Kong Country tournament at a local game store, and I won a Donkey Kong Country 64 controller, the banana one. That was like my favorite thing because I was like so hype on playing that game, and I won. And I was like, "This is mine!" I was like a 12-year-old, like, "This is my controller. None of you are getting it. It is mine now." I still have it. It doesn't work well, but I still have it. Yeah. What about you? That's awesome. That's really awesome. You sir in the Mega Man shirt. Trying to be. This is the dumbest analogy you'll ever hear me say. And it sounds like I'm super big-headed when really I'm not. I view the Completionist as if I am the WWE champion and every video is me defending my title. That's like how I view it. And so literally it's like I need to make sure that every Friday a video comes out to prove that I did this game and I completed it. And it's a very tall order to ask. So basically every week is like a title match for me, and I'm just like, I'm not going to lose because I'm the best, and that's kind of been my mentality. I don't recommend that mentality. It's very stressful, but I'm somehow still doing it. If you asked me 5.5 years ago would I still be doing this, I probably would have said no. But not because I don't want to, but because I thought I would have moved on to something else. The Completionist was never my end-all be-all. It was like the starting catalyst to make other shows. I wanted to make Defendant more prominent and other stuff, but as a content creator, because of YouTube changes and all of the unnecessary money problems that we have that no one wants to hear about, we are kind of obligated to stick with what works and what's changing. And so, for instance, everyone knows that YouTube's filled with clickbait thumbnails, right? I refuse to adapt to that clickbait thumbnail. So my version of a clickbait thumbnail is having an artist do a really high illustrated artwork of the game you're checking out and throwing a beard on there or putting me on there. And that's my clickbait, because I don't believe in tricking people into watching content they don't want to watch. And YouTube rewards that. That's just how it is. And so I think my ultimate goal for 2018 is to start becoming more of a personality outside of the completionist. Host things like, not like the VGAs, but stuff like that, red carpet premieres, or not red carpet, but like behind the scenes aspects of games. I'm sitting down with, the devs from Shovel Knight to talk about their new game or whatever it is, just to really build myself as a personality, because YouTube is on a downtrend for gamers. They're trying to stop us from making content. They're trying to stop really everyone from making content, and they're letting the late night shows kind of take over the algorithms. And so TV is going to take over YouTube. And so it's a matter of, the ones that are already big are going to stay big. The ones that are in the middle, like myself, we're going to just kind of be left to the wayside. So I'm trying to, that's why in April, you guys may have noticed, if you hate brand deals, I'm sorry, I did 5 brand deals in April, and 2 of them are coming out next week. And it's literally a matter of, because AdSense is so bad. It is so bad. And now it's like, well, why did you do that? Why did you do so many brand deals? Or why didn't you prepare? And it's literally, well, I didn't think that advertisers were going to pull out of YouTube out of the blue and cripple the market, and all of us are struggling. Every YouTuber who's like not talking or not saying anything is because they don't want to tell their audience that they're suffering, because it's not your guys' job to be on the journey with us in our struggling state. It's your job to like consume the content and enjoy what you're seeing and be happy and connected to it. But like, if you saw, what was the example I used one time that was really good? If you heard that like Miyamoto was really sick when he made Mario 3 because of the stress, wouldn't you feel bad playing Mario 3 knowing that like it almost killed him? Like, you don't want to know that fact. You want to play the game and experience it. That's kind of how I view the show. It's not, you need to worry about me and my stuff. But then again, comes the conversation of sell out, and it's like, well, one brand deal that I'm doing in April is paying for 1 year of The Completionist. That's 9 people whose entire salaries are taken care of for the year, whose insurances are taken care of, who their cell phone bills, like, that's one brand deal. And like, YouTube can't provide that. They cannot do that. No matter what they say, no matter what unions created, they cannot, nor will they care, because they want to keep growing their overall platform. I'm sorry I got on this massive tangent, but the point is as a content creator, we're always striving to make newer and better things and diversifying our income. And the ultimate goal is to be creative and make new things. But we can't make new things when we are being strangled to death for our financial struggles, because we have to keep making the same thing. That's why, if you may have noticed, I only do Completionist on Fridays now. Before, it was like top 10 or Defend It or an update video or something to give me a break. That doesn't happen anymore. Every Friday, Completionist comes out. And eventually, every Tuesday and every Friday will be Defend It, Completionist, and top 10. And then eventually, I'm hopefully going to move on to something else. But I have to do that, because that's what I'm being challenged on. That's the new thing that is changing in YouTube's world. Am I out of time officially yet? I got 10 minutes. Sick.
Well, thank you for your time. That's an amazing response.
No, thank you. I'm glad you thought so. Yeah. What a weird world, man. You sir in the Waluigi hat.
What's one of your favorite games that's very underrated that's not Scott Pilgrim?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Fair enough.
That's exactly why I said Sonic Adventure 2. Because everyone's like, you're crazy. That's so bizarre. The Chow Garden's sick. My chows kill everyone. My chows are out for blood. Trogdor the Burninator. He doesn't mess around. Burninates the countryside. All S chow. Don't mess with him. You don't mess with him. I'm letting him know. It is getting a little hostile. Don't come to my house and challenge me, Connor. You don't know that. You don't know that. There could be a deed in here. What's your favorite underrated game?
Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Yo, that's legit. That's a great game.
Everyone says 3's better. I just say 2's better.
I'm with you. I get it. Let's see here. You, sir, the green shirt and the glasses.
Me?
Yeah.
What's your most favorite fourth wall breaking moment in a video game?
I won't say fourth wall breaking moment, but I will say all of No More Heroes. I think the writing in that game is brilliant and underrated, and Travis Touchdown's such a funny character who's always just like, this is like that Star Wars movie, like literally like without even, the concept of a man going on eBay, buying a beam katana that's not a lightsaber and then murders everyone is just really crazy. But the fact that he's like, yeah, I'm the best at doing this, I'm gonna be the #1 guy, and you, the gamer, are gonna be along on the journey with me. It's like, oh, all right, cool, I'm down for that. What about you? What's your favorite fourth wall breaking moment in games?
Probably gonna have to come back.
All right, I'll come back to you. No worries. You, sir. Yeah. Which one? What is Henry Hatsworth? Never heard of it. What's it for? The digital game? Is it a digital download game or a physical game? I've never heard of it. I'll have to take a look at it. What's your favorite game that you feel like no one's heard of? Is it that? Yeah? Cool. You, sir, in the back.
Do you have any like guilty pleasures in the game?
Guilty pleasures? Not particularly. I don't know. I don't really have any. I'd say like my guilty pleasures are Sonic games. I really like them, and everyone hates them. Sonic Adventure 2, Chow Garden, Connor, what's up? What's up, Connor? Don't mess with me. There's a deed in this mic. Sonic Adventure 2, I love the intricacy of the Chow system. I think it's super underrated. I think that it's like a guilty pleasure because everyone hates that game, but I really enjoy it. It's like the one sim part of a game that I enjoy, because I really hate sim games. I don't like the Sims and Sims 2. It's just not for me. I don't have purpose. But at least with the Chows, it's like I have to get all the emblems, and I want them to fight for me. It's very draconian, I guess. It's true. What about you? Cringe. Yeah.
Oh, I remember that.
All right. I can see that. All right. You. This franchise got a sequel, but it wasn't a very good sequel. Brave Fencer Musashi. I love that game so much. It's so underrated, and they made a sequel called like Brave Samurai Musashi, and it was nothing. It was like 15 years after the first game, and it was a PS2 game, and it was painful. It was so. That's like, if someone asked me if a franchise to bring back, I would say Brave Fencer Musashi, because man, it was just so good. It was so funny, and the voice acting was so good. Yeah. What about you? Yeah. Yes. Pound me. Give me a little pound. I have to. I love. It's no. Yeah, no one likes that series. That's why Mega Legends 2 is worth like $125. Tell me no one likes that series. Oh yeah. And Red Ash or whatever. Yeah, that's coming. Am I out? Wrapping up. All right, I'm getting the wrap-up sign. I'll probably just stop doing questions there. Let's see, the question I enjoyed the most came from this lady over here. She asked me if I would design a game if I wanted to, and I thought it was the most interesting question. So, you and I are going to walk the floor after this, and I will buy a game of your choice for over a $60 budget. So you let me know. I know you don't watch me, but I'll sign it for something for him or whatever, and we'll take a photo. Sound cool? Cool. Guys, did you have fun today at the panel? Yeah! Cool. Thank you for coming. I have a few minutes left. I'll just tell you guys some fun things I'm doing in the recent future. This week is Breath of the Wild and The Completionist. I'll be completing that finally. Yeah! I got all the Koroks. I got everything. I've been done for about a month. I just needed to finish doing the armor upgrades. That one's taking a long time because I have to do all the amiibo stuff as well. In May, I'm looking at Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. I'm looking at Fire Emblem, the very first Fire Emblem. I'll be doing the Game Boy Advance port specifically because that's really, really good. I'm doing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 at the beginning of May. That's the game. Woo! Let's do it. Doom. What else am I doing in May? More Buff Boys and the personal channel stuff's happening. Beer Bros is trucking along. We're doing, I think our next game, we're bringing back Red Dead Redemption based on everyone's feedback. So if you like Red Dead Redemption, that's coming back. I think Kingdom Hearts, I think, is going to be also on the docket soon.
What the hell is Kingdom Hearts?
No one knows! I still don't even know. I'm still...
It's a Kingdom of Hearts.
That's not even a thing.
That's scary if it's a thing.
There you go. What else? I have a massive con schedule, so if you are going to be anywhere this season where I'm going, you should definitely go. I'll be at Indie PopCon. It's going to be a big one. It's up in Indianapolis. That's going to be... I'm going to tell you some exciting stuff. We haven't announced it yet, but there's going to be a Night of Normal Boots event happening at that convention. It's going to be a 3 to 5 hour show involving everyone in Normal Boots except for John, just because he didn't want to do the event. So, yeah, so there's going to be that in July. I'm going to CoxCon. If you're going to be in London, I'll see you in London. I don't know why you guys would go to London, but it's really, really fun. And I can't really think of anything else. Big Bad Bosses we're about to release our golden karaoke CD tracks finally, hopefully. And other than that, it's a game a week. That's what I do. I'll see you guys around. Enjoy your convention. Go play some games, please. Go buy some games. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you around.
Thank you.
Also, thank you for staying for an hour and a half. This was so... I didn't mean for this to happen.